Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series of the object-oriented programming with the Java. Our today's topic for this particular video, that is the method overloading and a constructor. I am an instructor Mr. Ankit Patel. So let's start with the what do you mean by the method overloading. So method overloading is creating a multiple method with the same name but have a different signature. That is called as a method overloading. So we can create a multiple method with the same name in a Java. So this is the most important feature of the Java, and it is also known as an polymorphism. So what are the advantage of these method overloading? That we are creating the multiple method with the same name, so that will they increase our reliability of the program. So next topic, that is the constructor. Now constructor, again, it is an important concept in the Java. So constructor, mostly it is a similar as a method, but what is the difference between constructor and method, and what are the different characteristic of the constructor? The first important characteristic, that is the constructor name must be same name as a class name. So normally method we can create with the user defined name. We can just define the name, any name of the method, but in a constructor case the name of the constructor must be same name as a class name. Next, that constructor have not any access modifier or visibility modifier. We are not just write down like public constructor name, private constructor name and protector constructor. No need to just write down the access modifier. Same as a constructor do not have any return type. Like void, in method case we are writing just integer method name, like integer test, void test. In a constructor no need to write down just return type. Same as the two keyword is there, super and this keyword are not used to call the constructor implicitly. We can call explicitly, but implicitly we are not able to call this constructor. Now constructor use only once for an object at a creating time. So when the constructor is called automatically when the object is created. So we are creating normally object at a single time. A single object is created single time. So constructor is called at a one time when the object is created. And the last, the constructor must declare in the inside the class. We are not able to create it, we cannot create the constructor outside of the class. So these are the types, the characteristic of the constructor, and I will also explain the what is method overloading. So both this method overloading constructor I will show you with the example with the live programming. So let's start the programming. Now in this session I will show you the example of the constructor and method overloading. So let's start with the example, that is the method overloading. So I am creating a simple class, that is the method demo. Now in this case, now just clear one thing, in this video I will show you, I will use a main class in a separate different class. So then you can, I have already explained in my last video that how to create a main class, main method in a separate different class. So in this program, now till the programming, I will create a main method in a separate different class. So in this method demo, I am creating the method overloading example. I am creating a different method with the same name, and after that creating a main class. So now I just creating a method, that is a void add. In this case, I am creating the variable like A, B and C. Now in add, I am just passing a single argument, because what is method overloading? We are creating a different method with different signature. So we are creating a method with the same name, but we need to pass a different signature. So here I am passing the different variable like A, here A is equals to X is there. But now I am just printing this value A is equals to A plus B. How? Like system.out.println. In that particular case, I am just write down like addition is equals to plus, in bracket I am just writing A plus A. See, the output of this program is not matter in the sense I am not creating a program for the specific purpose, like what will be the output of the 3 number, what will be the output of the 2 number. I am just give you the example of the simple example of the method overloading. So this is, I am just adding a 1 variable, 2 variable and 3 variable, addition of a plus a, addition of a plus b and addition of a plus b plus c in this particular video. So I have created one method, I am just copy paste, because the name of the method is same, add, but in this case I am just passing this variable here y, because the parameter here I am passing a 2 parameter. In above program, in above method I am passing a single parameter. 2 parameter, a is equals to x, b is equals to y, and I am just printing the value in bracket a add is equals to a plus b. So how to pass this value in a, I am passing the data in a main. So again I am creating the third method, that is a void add, but in this case I am passing the 3 parameter, integer x, y and z. Now in this case c is equals to z is there, and in addition a plus b plus c is there. So this will help you to show the example of the addition method overloading. Now I am just ending this class and I am creating the main class, that is the demo. Then public static void main. Then string of args. After that I am just creating the object of the method demo class. Method demo m1 is equals to new method demo. So this is the syntax of how to create the object that I have already explained you. Now after that I am just calling this method m1 dot add. The first argument, that is, so this line, this method, which method is called, because all these three method name is same add, but I have passed a single parameter 10, that's why this method is called, and this will print add, that is equals to a 10 plus and 20. Same as the next line is like 10 comma 20, the second method will be called, and third line I am passing the value 10 comma 20 comma 30. So the same will be called. I am saving this file using the demo.java. Why I am creating the demo.java? Because the class, our class name is demo. So this file is already exists. I am overriding that particular class. So what we have created? We have created a single class method demo. In that particular class I have created 3 variable and I have created a 3 method with the same name but different parameter. In one method I have passed a single value, in a second I have passed a 2 value, in a third method I have passed a 3 value. So method overloading is a creating a method with the same name but different signature is there. So that now how to call this method? Using this, I have created object m1.add one argument, that will call. If you pass a 2 parameter, so this will call a this method, and if you pass a 3 parameter, so at that time this will call a this method. So here I am just commenting this particular line. What will be the output of, expecting the output of here the 20. Now what will be the output of this particular method? That is a 30. And what will the output of this particular? That is a 10 plus 20 plus 30. That is a 60. So let's run this code so you can easily understand what will be the output. Let's compile this program Java, that is a demo.java, and Java, sorry, this will show the error, that is the spelling mistake is there. Let's compile it again. And Java demo, you can see the output, add is equals to 20, add is equals to 30 and add is equals to 60. So this is the example of method overloading. You can create a multiple method with the same name. What is the advantage? The reliability of the program will be improved. You can create a same using the you using method overloading the program, like if you want to find the area of circle, area of rectangle, area of triangle, no need to create the different method, just create a one method area. In a circle you can pass a one argument, in a rectangle you need to pass a two argument, but in the form of integer float you need to change the signature of method is a different, so that the output will be vary. Otherwise, if the signature is same, like I am creating the method, here I am creating the method like void add, but with the same I am creating a same method two times, that will generate an error. Okay, so this is the example of the method overloading. So now next is an example of the constructor demo. So I am just explaining you about the what is constructor, that I have already explained, but how to use in programming. So if you are talking about the method, in method case we need to just write down the method name as well as the return type. No need to create a return type in a constructor. So let's start. I am just creating the const demo, that is a constructor demo. I am just creating the user defined name. Then I need to create a constructor. Like I am creating the constructor, that is the first, that is I want to create a default constructor. Again there are the many type of constructor is there, default constructor is there, parameterized constructor is there, and we can also create a multiple constructor like method overloading. Constructor overloading is also there. First of all I will show you the example of the default constructor. So constructor demo, I am just default means we no need to just pass any argument here. This is called as a default. So now in this case I am just printing system.out.println. I am just write down the message, that is a default constructor. Okay, so I am just ending this class. Now I am creating the main class, that is the demo. In that class I am creating the public static void main. Now I am passing the string of args, string of array, and I am creating the object const demo c1, that is equals to new const demo. Now here what happened? How to call this constructor? Is it so like c1.const constructor? No need to call a constructor. I have already explained the characteristic of the constructor. Constructor will call automatically when the object is created. No need to call a constructor. Now here I have created a object c1 new constructor demo. This will call automatically and print the value default constructor. No need to call a constructor. That is the main difference between constructor and method, and that is the advantage of this constructor. So now, so let's run this code so you can understand what is the output of this code. Again the same method is there, same error is there, the spelling mistake is there. Now if you run this code, this will print a default. I have not called this constructor. Now in method we need to call like m1.add, m1.add with the different parameters, but in constructor case no need to call a constructor, it will call automatically. So what is the advantage of the constructor? So suppose if you want to initialize the value of the variable, you directly call the constructor. But in method case, suppose if you are not called the value setter method, then it will generate an it will gain a default value. I will show you with the example. First of all, I will show you the example of the parameterized constructor. Now let's take another variable like a. I am just passing the variable x is there, and I am just printing this value here. Parameterized constructor is there, and I am just printing the value here, a is equals to plus a is there, so that you can easily understand what will be the output of the a. So first of all, we need to just initialize the value of a is equals to x is there. So you can easily understand. Now in this case, you no need to directly call the default constructor. Now whenever you are creating a constructor in your program, just make sure the constructor that you have created according to the object is created, because in our program there is no default constructor is there. So you know you cannot create a default object, you need to pass some value here. So I am just passing the value here 10. Now you can check this output. Parameterized constructor A is equal to 10. So this is the example of the parameterized constructor. Now suppose if you want to use a multiple method or multiple constructor in same program, you can easily create it. How? You can just write it down like this. I am just creating here default constructor. I am just passing this message like default constructor is there. I am not using this variable value A here. I am just changing this value. I am just write down the message just default constructor. In parameterize, we need to pass a parameter, and we have already passed this parameter. But now if you run this code, this will execute only parameterized constructor, because this we have passed some parameter. If you are not passing this value, this will call a default constructor. But now I am just created another object, that is a C2. We cannot create a two objects with the same name. So I am creating another name C2. So first parameterized constructor is called. The sequence is same. When the object is created, it will call automatically. So first I have created a parameterized constructor object. So it will print that value. And next I have created a default constructor. So at that time it will print that value. So now let's run this code again. So you can easily understand. Now if you run this code, you can see parameterized constructor is equal to 10 and a default constructor. So this is an example of the parameterized constructor, or you can say that multiple constructor is there. So constructor, there are different types of constructor is there, default constructor there, parameterized constructor is there, as well as the constructor overloading is also. We can overload a constructor, we can create a multiple constructor with the same name but different signature. You can also call as a multiple constructor is there. So this is example of the multiple constructor. So hope you understand the all program of this today session. So this is the end of the programming session. So thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.